internals of your photo booth. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that, this equipment this booth may not be your exact same booth, but the functionalities of every single photo booth are the exact same. The only difference is the different type of shells that you would put in, right? So these are all the different shells. So this one is particularly for any DSLR, right? Anyone that you're going to be using a Canon camera or any, photography camera like this, okay? So starting from the top, if you're doing external flash, which is with the umbrella, or internal, it's the exact same thing. So now we're going to start off with your flash. So there's either two, one on top, one up down here. The people on top, you're just setting yours up on your flash rod. That's what that's called. For those of you with a ring light, you can have your ring light and the option to do an umbrella on the top. So totally up to you. Now the main component, your ring light is turning it off, turning it on. And this will give the option to intensify it. So you could see on the outside, you could see like the halo. And then if I turn it off, you won't see it anymore. So make sure your flash is on. And if you press the little red button on either flash, it will automatically flash for you. And as long as that is flashing, we know for a fact that your flash is in good use and there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Next is your sync cable. This sync cable right here, it will go inside either this flash or the one on top. Either way, it does the exact same thing. But what this does is it's a communication device between our flash, right, and our hot shoe. Now this hot shoe, you could see the end of the sync cable goes directly into the hot shoe. Now this little guy, if I were to just unscrew this and bring it back, you could see it's just super, super small, right? This is our little transmitter letting our camera know, hey, I want to flash now, flash, go off now, right? So as long as this is connected with that metal, there are some times where your flash isn't going off, right? So if I hit taking picture, if I take a picture, the flash will go off. Now, if I do this, take it off, take a picture, it will not flash. Now, one of the things that happens is sometimes this gets loose, so just make sure you get it and just lock it right back in so that way it has that metal connection all the time. Make sure that this is pushed in at all times and make sure that's pushed in at all times. So if your flash is not going off, check your hot shoe and your sync cable, okay? Then next is your camera. Your camera is always going to be on letter M, manual, okay? And we'll go over camera settings like that later. And then you could also shoot on auto as well too. But if you want to have more creative control, I would say go shoot manual, and then I'll show you what you're going to need to do next, okay? There is your on and off button, so it's literally off, on, very easy. The other things that are connected is your data cable. This is what is actually going to be, your pictures are being taken and they're being sent to, you'll see this is all my excessive cable, to my USB hub, then sending it to right here, my tablet, right? But because Surface Pros only have one USB, we have to create the USB into a splitter. And now we have a USB hub where we have 4 prongs available, one for your camera, one for your printer, okay? Now going back up to your camera, you do have another cable on the right hand side. Now this is a huge deal to have, your AC adapter. You'll see that it comes right down here into this little power AC adapter, right? And then it goes straight in to this power strip right here, right? So this one is our AC adapter that gives us our constant charge. So if you're ever doing drop-offs or anything like that, you don't have to worry about constantly changing your battery every single time. A lot of newbies or a lot of people that start their own businesses and think they're just going to swap out your batteries every hour. Trust me, it's not the business. It's super stressful. You don't even want to have to deal with that. So get yourself an AC adapter for your camera. If your camera is ever not turning on, this is the first thing that you're going to go and check to make sure that this is connected, and checking here again to make sure that's connected. Okay, now moving down, we have gone over the USB hub already, but what is behind it? Behind it is our ring light adapter. So it's our power source, so that way we have constant power source. For those of you that have flashes outside, it's just a matter of bringing your cable in and connecting it here. That's all it is. It's just your power cable for your flash. Okay, and then lastly, or one of the last components, is your tablet charger. This right here in this corner right over here, I'll just show you. that little thing right there, this, I'm gonna just take it out for a moment. That right there, it goes straight in. It is magnet, and you could see that if you take it out, you're not going to charge it anymore, but you're going to want to make sure that that's always charged and put in. And this is your power pack for your charger. Okay, so make sure that that also is connected here to your power strip. All right, the last cables, well, you've already seen this long power strip, right? This power strip will house your LED lights. So if you have LED lights built into your booth, it's just a matter of you connecting your LEDs to USB here. And somewhere in here, you'll also have a battery, a remote, and you can see that the lights are turning on. So you can hit auto, you can go red, green, blue. So those of you that have LEDs, you have the option to change those colors inside, and it will sync up to the bottom as well. So you'll see inside here, these LEDs, that's what this is right here. These literally go straight up to here. So I have one for the head and then one that goes down the body, which is right over here. And that's what light up this part of the booth. Okay, so those are just two different components that some of you have, others that you don't have to have all this extra cables. That's good because you could see how crazy it gets in here. And then our final cables are our printer cables. I always have our printer cables. One, are power connected here, and two, are USB. This lives in here, and I always leave these with the Velcro wrap together. So that way, when I'm just putting it out, it goes straight into my printer, right? So it's super easy to connect. So in the other video to show you how to connect everything, this is literally all you need to do. Connect number one, connect number two, and then turn it on, just like that, okay? So the final cable is your power strip cable. So this, you can do it two ways. You can go straight out through the bottom here, or you can go through the body and let it go. So this, every cable that you guys have, everybody has the same one. It's an 8-foot cable, so it should easily go down the center of the body. Or if you want to just kind of do like a half-ass setup, this will be another option to do it too. So that's literally all the components that make up your entire photo booth system. Everything is locked in, not able to move. Whenever you're leaving and you're packing up, you're just going to bring in your printer cables and your power strip. Everything else is mounted in. Your camera's secure, your flash is secure. For those of you that have your flash outside, just take it off, put it back in your case. Tablet's always secured inside by the wing nuts. And then this over here is always strapped in with a what are these called? Tie wraps. And you see tie wraps and another tie wrap. So everything is literally compiled inside together. If you guys have any questions about any of the components that create your photo booth, please feel free to comment below. Like this video if it helped you out. Subscribe to our channel. And yeah, don't forget, guys, every day is a different day. Always keep learning. And yeah, happy boothing.